There is much scientists know and understand about our world, but there are a lot of things they don't know and never will. They can accurately predict events using Newtonian physics. However, they are ignorant of the when and where of happenings within quantum physics. It isn't because they haven't developed the right instruments or mathematical formulas, but causation within that world is hidden from them. It's because the mind of God causes the when and where of quantum physics. There are four main types of molecular energy: translational, rotational, vibrational, and electronic. Most of what happens in the universe boils down to them. Translational energy is the motion of the molecule in three-dimensional space. It can move left and right, which is referred to as the x-axis, up and down, the y-axis, and back and forth, the z-axis. It is possible to know the speed and direction of a molecule, and it will only change when it collides with another molecule, whether it be in the wall of the container or one that is moving. Rotational energy is a tumbling or spinning motion. Like translational energy, it can occur around the x-axis, y-axis, or the z-axis, or any combination. Rotational energy can change either by the collision of a molecule with another or by the emission or absorption of an electromagnetic pulse. Vibrational energy describes the motion back and forth within the bonds of a molecule. The bond is often described as a spring between the two atoms that oscillate. The energy changes during the molecular collisions or by the exchange of an electromagnetic pulse. Electronic energy describes the amount of energy within an electron shell. Chemists often think of this type of energy in terms of the shell radius. At the resting state, the level is here, and at excited states can be here, here, or here. As the radius increases, the amount of energy does as well. Electronic states change by the absorption and emission of pulses of energy. This happens between molecules at various distances. One molecule may emit a pulse that is received by another 2 millimeters away or halfway across the galaxy. At any point in time, every molecule in the universe has an aggregated amount of energy. They each have two ways to gain or lose part of that energy. They can collide with another molecule or can send or receive an electromagnetic pulse. With a collision, the applicable laws are referred to as Newtonian physics. In contrast, scientists use quantum physics to handle the pulses of energy. Newtonian physics are totally predictable. On the other hand, quantum events are unpredictable for two reasons. Scientists don't know when a pulse will be sent or where it will be received. They can only observe the outcome of many such energy exchanges and develop probability formulas. In this example, imagine that molecule A is tumbling, vibrating, and in an excited electronic state. It possesses a large amount of energy. In addition, it has translational energy because it is moving toward molecule B. When A collides with B, energy is transferred between the two molecules. Physical chemists use Newtonian physics to predict the outcome. In another example, molecule A is tumbling, vibrating, and is in an excited state as well. It has the same amount of energy as in the last example. However, this time, A emits a pulse of energy that is received by B. Part of A's energy is transferred to B. Scientists understand how the electromagnetic pulse of energy transfers from A to B, but can't predict the time that A will emit the pulse or that B will even be the target. That event appears to them to be random. I don't know the exact ratio, But imagine that half of all energy transfers are because of collisions and the other half are because of electromagnetic pulses. We would then have to conclude that scientists only know half of what is happening in the world. The other half is unpredictable and unknowable. So why is this important? Because everything that happens at the micro level causes what you observe at the macro level. Gas molecules colliding and pulsing energy to each other in the atmosphere cause the weather. Collisions and pulses in your arm cause you to throw a baseball. And collisions and pulses in your car cause it to go. Some suggest that there are unknown variables that dictate the when and where of electromagnetic pulses. And once those are discovered, quantum physics will be as predictable as Newtonian physics. But most scientists reject this idea and say that the data is best explained by these quantum events being inherently random. I believe the events appear random to scientists, but that indeed they're not. I think that every electromagnetic pulse that has ever occurred results from God's will. It is a brute fact that His will controls when a pulse is emitted and which molecule is going to receive it. In doing so, God alters the otherwise determined collisions of Newtonian physics. In the history of the universe, God has determined when every pulse of energy was emitted and which molecule it was going to go to. This is a mind-boggling suggestion because there are an estimated 10 to the 80th molecules in the universe, and they are pulsing energy to each other many times a second. God has watched over this process for 14 billion years. Thus, God controls the universe by His will. But there is an exception. He has allowed you to control the electromagnetic pulses within your body. Your mind tells your finger to push the up elevator button instead of the down. That macro action occurs because at the micro level, your mind causes many electromagnetic pulses to flow between the molecules within your body. How can your mind control energy in that manner? It just does. It is a fundamental function of the universe that can't be explained by another more fundamental fact. It seems to make sense when you consider that energy is defined as the ability to do work. When it is combined with your will, which is the desire to do work, work happens. The ability combined with the desire results in change. This is the rudimentary cause of change in an otherwise Newtonian block universe. But I'll talk about that in another video. I look forward to your feedback. Please leave your comments and questions below or contact me at my email address. I'll see you in the next video. Remember, humility, thanks, and joy.